With a century of cinema under our belts, it's official. We are the only filmmaking mammal. As we survey our creative heritage from that lofty perch, what do we find? An awful lot of low-budget creature features. Few film genres have sent their roots as deep as has the cinema of horror, and the popularity of scary movies is an evolving measure of our fascination with the dark side of our nature. Though special effects have their place, horror lurks ultimately in the mind. Each of us determines our own terrors, and each of us confronts them alone in the gilded theater of the imagination. Fear finds the door to dark and dusky basements, hears the creaking stair and the insistent whispers that fly on the night wind. Ghouls are surely conspiring to bring us harm. Fright cinema taps the well from which nightmares come, exploring the vast nether regions of the psyche, where our reptilian brain reduces life to fight or flight. Surviving a real-life encounter with danger involves the build-up and release of adrenaline. Surviving a scary movie evokes a similar response. In this way, movies allow us to explore territory previously available only to the imagination. We invent fantasy horrors to vaccinate ourselves against the real ones in life. Though the theater is a public location, the viewing experience is an anonymous one. While candy elevates our blood sugar and powerful loudspeakers dominate our hearing, our eyes are riveted on the screen, where larger-than-life characters strut and fret their horrors upon a flickering stage. Horror has seen its share of low-budget releases. The appeal of cliched and campy gore has inspired thousands of independent filmmakers to plumb the depths of depravity and consign their own nightmares to the screen. Some are so bad we can laugh at them, yet they still carry a message. With no pretensions, few rules and regulations, and the unique ability to entertain despite their flaws, these horror films hold an intimate mirror to contemporary culture. Tackling themes as varied as politics, sexuality, and emotional alienation, the cinema of fright has mixed gore-spattered metaphors on movie screens around the world. Every film adds to the iconic vocabulary of fright. In the 19th century, the first entries looked to literature, populating the early years of horror with vampires. As we unearthed ancient legends, mummies began to walk among us. Soon newly minted monsters embodied the fear of science gone wrong. With the birth of the atomic age, mutants and other genetic gotchas stormed the screen. Space exploration opened the door for cosmic germs and evil aliens. In a modern, godless world, unholy terrors came to predominate. The advent of high technology introduced new matrices of fear that corrupt the nature of experience itself. Human monsters are ultimately the most frightening. How thin is the line between sane and monstrous? When people go wrong, our very belief in safety is shattered. Just the slightest change in psychic orbit, and whack! A cleaver-yielding neighbor is chasing us around the living room. One thoughtless comment to a coworker, and we're shish kebab. A stray strand of DNA, and our sweetie becomes a beady-eyed beast. How delicious to lose the reins on these and other deep-seated fears. And what a relief to return to the world as we left it. The horror genre has long been criticized for its graphic portrayals of violence and bloodshed, but many believe that it provides a valuable outlet for our uncivilized urges, making the world a safer place for all of us. Whatever psychology underlies their desire, horror fans crave that cinematic catharsis.